Anyone who has ever read, watched, or played an event set during the Clone Wars has probably encountered the Super Battle Droid, the older brother of the standard B-1 battle droids, used by the Confederacy of Independent Systems as basic frontline infantry. You might be surprised to learn then that there were many variants of models of the Super Battle Droid used by the Separatists. In today's video, I'll be going over them. Of course, to kickstart today's video, we have the B-2 Super Battle Droid, designed by Bactoid Combat Automata sometime before 28 BBY. With heavier armor and weapons than the B-1, the B-2s possessed a more violent temperament than the B-1 model. To the point, they would even strike down Allied units in order to quickly intercept enemy targets, as seen during the first Battle of Geonosis here. As well as this, they were also considerably more durable and intelligent, capable of easily withstanding light blaster bolts. B-2s were developed from the aptly named Super Battle Droid Beta version, the Super's prototype, a slightly less bulky precursor rarely used during combat. Now, our first real variant was the Ori Trooper, a model of the B-2 that ditched the arm-mounted laser cannons in favor of flamethrowers. They served as cavalry, riding the Geonosian Ori into combat. Yeah, this one is, it's pretty fucking stupid. Next is the Anti-Air Super Battle Droid. As the name implies, it was built with anti-air defense missile launcher in its left arm. The B-2-RP, otherwise known as the Rocket Droid, was a stock B-2 with a built-in jetpack, usable in planetary atmosphere or even in the vacuum of space for a limited amount of time. To distinguish themselves in battle, they sported a grayish stripe across their hull. An updated model of the B-2-RP was deployed at the closing of the war, called the Super Battle Droid Rocket Trooper. Used during the deadly Battle of Ringo Vonda, their main caveat was their upgraded jet thrusters, granting the droid more speed and control while in flight. As well, they were equipped with additional wrist-mounted lasers. B-2-HA droids were equipped with the ARM cannon similar to Samus Aran or Mega Man. It could shoot powerful homing torpedoes and warheads. They had slightly upgraded intelligence programming, and such would often lead small battle groups or defend key separatist locations. An updated version, called the B-2 Assault, was deployed during the Third Battle of Fallujah. It had a stronger laser cannon and arm cannon than the B-2-HA, as well as tougher armor. Mortar Super Battle Droids were armed with deadly mortar tubes and thermal grenades. They were devastating against shielded opponents. The B-2 Chainsaw Droid had chainsaws for hands that could cut through a standard piece of wood. That's really it. The B-2 Buzzsaw Droid was assumingly an upgraded version of the Chainsaw Droid that had 4 additional arms, some of which were equipped with saws among other tools. I can only assume this special droid was used for construction duties, as one was present during a separatist battle over control of a Republic Egersite mine on the planet Simocadia. The B-2 Grapple Droid was designed for the pivotal Battle of Coruscant at the end of the Clone Wars. Larger than a standard B-2, the Grapple Droid was armed with electrically charged industrial pincers on both hands, viciously used to crush or impale clones or smash through walls. General Grievous personally oversaw the droid's development, and such were deadly against Jedi opponents, and so excelled at close quarters combat. They had either blue or red markings painted on them, the latter versions being able to project strong energy blasts across the floor towards an enemy. The Cold Assault Battle Droid, also called the Snow Droid, was used on planets with Arctic environments. These were taller than regular B-2s. However, they lacked the wrist-mounted blasters to accommodate for the droid's greater grip strength, a necessity for cold windy planets they were often assigned to. They were then equipped with heavy blaster rifles instead. Their main drawback was its large, heavy feet, slowing them down while in the snow, and thus opening to be attacked by any speedy opponents. The Repeater Super Battle Droid carried a Repeater blaster turret on its back, similar to the E-Web turret seen in The Empire Strikes Back. It could deploy its repeater within seconds, and quickly cut down enemy infantry. It was also pink. The D-60 Assault Droid was actually designed by the Trade Federation, used to defend the planet Cartal, the source for the Sparty cloning technology, pivotal for the Republic war effort to quickly produce new clone soldiers. Given the significance of this tech, I can safely assume these D-60 droids were a force to be reckoned with. The Super Battle Droid Mark II and Mark III both existed at one point and likely had better armor and weapons than the base model. We know next to nothing about these two, except that they only exist in the skins for the games Battlefront Renegade Squadron and Battlefront Elite Squadron. While not of the B2 line, the B3 Ultra Battle Droid bears enough similarities to the other supers that I included it in this list. The B3 Ultra Battle Droid was an extremely powerful prototype droid, far larger and bulkier than the B2s, being around twice the height of a B2, towering at 4 meters tall. B3s had 4 arms, 2 with a plasma cannon and a flamethrower, and the smaller, secondary pair of arms with blaster cannon arms. It also sported a shoulder-mounted missile launcher. B3s were extremely expensive, and thus were very rarely seen during the Clone Wars. They were deadly against Jedi opponents, and interestingly, could not be knocked down via powers such as Force Push, as they were installed with advanced density projectors, able to increase the droid's weight by 20 times, and thus they could technically lock themselves down to the ground. After the Clone Wars, a few hundred B3 units were stationed at the Urban Warfare Training Center at the Imperial Academy on Carida. The C-B3 were designed by the Techno Union on the planet Metalorn. Their black armor was made of cortosis, a rare lightsaber-resistant material. They were also very effective against Jedi, being able to block lightsaber attacks with their arms. They lacked hands, instead having stubs with dual high-intensity blasters at the end. Their ball-joint wrist meant that they could fire the blasters in nearly any direction. They were not invincible, however, as Anakin Skywalker discovered they could be destroyed with a precision overhead saber slash between 2 of the armor pieces on the droid's breastplate. Chancellor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, the mastermind behind the Clone Wars, felt the droids were so powerful that they could tip the balance of the war towards the Separatists by a very large margin. And so, he had the location of their production facilities leaked to the Republic, and Skywalker was quickly dispatched to destroy the facility. Last, but certainly not least, was the Gold Super Battle Droid from LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. While maintaining the same size and weapon as the standard B2, their armor can only be destroyed by very heavy weaponry. It was, of course, also gold. I guess. Perhaps gold cortosis, or something of the like. And no, they're not canon. That's all the variants I managed to find information on, and I'm sure there were plenty more deployed by the CIS during the Clone Wars. When Darth Vader executed the Separatist Council on Mustafar, all B2s across the galaxy were deactivated. Some would be reactivated and be used by mercenary groups as bodyguards, and by Separatist enclaves. During the Yuzhang Vong War, the Galactic Alliance owned a platoon of B2s called the Orange Panthax, named after the Panthac, a fierce pack animal from the planet Mantessa, a planet the droid platoon defended from Yuzhang Vong fire breathers. That does it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please subscribe and like this video, as it really helps my channel grow. I also set up my own Patreon page, link of which can be found in the description below and on my channel. Give it a look if you want. Or don't. I mean, it's up to you. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, see you later guys. Have a good one.